Hello guys, this is Lucid and we are going to talk about some of the urban legends, I guess you could call them, and myths from various games. So, for one, like, they weren't that familiar with this one, but every copy of Mario 64 is personalized, is one that's like really big in 2020 apparently. Like, this didn't come, like, I think this was a thing before, but it came back in 2020 and it's like huge now. And you've probably seen those, you might maybe not, but you've probably seen those videos that are like Mario 64 iceberg or some sort of iceberg video. uh those are like really popular right now, and the Mario one is like even more popular. And some people say they remember there's screenshots of this too. They're probably obviously edited, but of Wario, like a giant Wario chasing Mario down a hallway, like in the background, and it looks really creepy. I'll put it on the screen, and I'll probably send it to you guys. But a lot of people remember that apparently, and they remember a bunch of other stuff like enemies in different places and different things happening that actually never happened in the normal copy of the game. So that's where that comes from.
I mean, I guess just ask the speedrunners that have played the
Yeah.
game since its release till now and have never stopped playing it to get a better time.
Yeah. Yeah, they could probably tell you the know that game like the back of their hand. So
Well,
I've only played it a handful of times, so
uh
and it's
I've
been a
I've
very
never
long
played it.
time.
Like, it's
uh,
like a huge platformer. I've never played Mario 64, like not once.
yeah, I've never played it like that either.
I
Although
just have a few vague memories.
um, the iceberg video on, I forget who made it, but the person who made like the iceberg video for Mario 64 that was like the first like exploring the iceberg video of it. Like, I think basically that there's
Yeah,
been,
I think it
and
was.
everyone's been doing it now.
I think that's what made it like popular.
Well,
And
really
there was a
popular to
bunch
do
of
that
stuff
for other
on
games
there.
now.
There was like, it was a long video. There's a shit ton of stuff on there, but that was like pretty far down the iceberg. Well, yeah, specifically the Wario thing was like really far down the iceberg. Probably just because it has a screenshot, to be honest. But
So when you
Well,
say iceberg video, it's kind of like you're talking about YouTube icebergs where it's like conspiracy.
yeah, yeah, basically, it's like the further down you go, the less known the information is. So the top of the iceberg is stuff you probably have heard of without even looking into it, and the bottom is like you probably don't know any of that stuff. And the Wario thing was at like the very bottom, and then that got really big, and everyone was like, yeah, just like making iceberg videos after that. But there's
I didn't
another,
realize it was that big a thing.
yeah, well now it is, yeah. And there's
it's
another
getting
Mario.
more and more popular.
There's the Sky Valley trees, which are these. I don't really know why they're there. You've definitely probably, like, everyone's probably definitely heard of it. They're just these black, like, these black figures in one of the levels in Mario. I don't even remember. I think it was Mario Galaxy 1. And they're just, like, there. And they're coded in, like, you can find them in the code and stuff. And they're just kind of there, and they've never been in any other Mario game, so it's pretty weird. I'm not sure why they're there.
Hell
Yeah.
Valley Sky Trees.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone ever has even had an explanation for them, if they want them to be creepy, if it's a coincidence,
I mean,
or what.
I would assume not, but like, I feel like they were gonna have them as enemies or something like that, and they just ended up not doing that. But they kept the skybox in that has them there. That's what I'm thinking.
So,
I'm sure they had it just to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they were just like, yeah, let's just have these creepy things there. Maybe everyone will theorize on them, which is exactly what happened. So.
Franchise as big as Mario. Yeah. You kind of have to
Oh yeah.
try and build some mystique and shit.
for sure.
But like this is one I was gonna talk about. Speaking of like classic characters, there was back at not Sonic Adventure, Sonic 3. There was this big rumor that Michael Jackson did the music for one of the levels in the game, and that was like a selling point for the game apparently. And like I don't think it was true. I guess it's not like confirmed if it's true or not because he's dead. But yeah. I haven't listened to it or anything, but I remember reading like, yeah, he did. People found out like years and years later that Michael Jackson did the soundtrack for one of the levels in Sonic 3, and I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I think that'd be a pretty easy one to either debunk or confirm, considering when you make money on music, especially if you're an artist like that, there would be a bunch of documentation because you have to,
That's true.
you know, put where samples are coming from. You know, there's pretty much source for everything and stuff that you make money on. You know, most music, multiple people work on it, so there's a lot of paperwork that kind of comes with it.
This thing is saying it's straight up true.
I've never even heard of that. Although
I
there is,
haven't heard of it until like semi-recently.
there is a good bit of music rumors out there in general, despite gaming. Like, you know, it's been getting popular lately from Wang's channel on YouTube, talking about different music that nobody can even, like, nobody knows where a lot of the music came from, who wrote it, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some of those are interesting, but then other ones I'm just like, who the fuck cares if that song is lost?
Say one of the theories is that the Beatles are garbage.
Yeah, well, Jesus.
I don't agree with that. I just thought it, you know, that's what I was expecting you to say. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm sure Chris will have something to say about this. The Madden cover curse, where if you're on the cover of Madden, your ass all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of not always been the case.
Yeah, I've heard.
But
I wouldn't
sometimes
know,
it has
but
been the case.
I've heard a lot of people throughout my life say that that's 100% true. Like, I don't know why. I've heard plenty of people say like, "Oh, that's completely true." Every time someone had brought it up, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah, it's
I
just
guess.
a coincidence. Because let's see, Patrick Mahomes was on the cover, then he won the Super Bowl, and he signed a contract worth $500 million. So I would say he's definitely not cursed.
Yeah.
Because he has $500 million in his bank account right now. So
Maybe the Madden cover curse wore off. It was a timed curse.
Yeah. Maybe it did the opposite this time around. The curse failed.
The Madden cover blessing.
The
You're just amazing. I mean, that would that would make a lot more sense. Cause maybe they'll be like, "Oh, I'm on the cover of Madden. I can't do shitty now. I gotta prove myself." But
yeah,
that
I
must
mean
suck ass. Like you're
they
on
do
the
that
cover.
shit for a lot of money. So I think
Right.
you know, if they're smart, they work their ass off no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if true or not. I wouldn't want to be on the cover of that shit just in case that I was like, oh, I'm on the cover of Madden now. I guess my career is gonna plummet now.
I mean, at the very least, if you do horrible, you can at least blame it on the cover and not how shitty you are as a player.
Like, yeah, bro. You really just you put me on the cover of Madden, even though that was partially my choice. Fuck you guys.
Well,
One video game myth I legitimately thought was true was Ratman in GTA 4.
oh boy, GTA myths. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a shitload of those.
Yeah, Jesus. When I was young, GTA 4, GTA San Andreas, I believed all of those myths. Ratman,
Yeah,
I
I
literally spent countless times just driving around in the tunnels or in the
yeah,
underground
I was
subway
trying to do
system,
that too.
trying to find Ratman, seeing some
So,
homeless man, and
so
just
was it
nothing
real?
would ever happen. No, it was never real.
Yeah, but I think it started with this one YouTube video that you could probably still find. It probably has like fucking a million views at this point, where this guy's just in the subway of GTA 4, and this guy in like a rat costume just like attacks him. And I think he like shoots at him and he doesn't die, and I think he eventually gets killed or something like that. And I completely believed that video. I think a lot of kids did. They were just like, "Wow, so where Ratman?" And then they go and look for him, and they're like, "Where's Ratman?" And then
No.
they believe it anyway, because
I
that's
mean,
kids.
it's basically the same thing with San Andreas back in the day, with all the myths from San
Yeah,
Andreas, where, you know, Bigfoot and ghosts and UFOs and I mean, then there was it wasn't a myth, but there was the civilians that just fell from the sky for no apparent
yeah,
reason
yeah.
because it was like that was a glitch, but
I remember that.
you know,
Yeah, that is a pretty weird glitch though.
you know,
People just fall from the sky, like, what the fuck?
yeah, that was the only one that was real though. And then like
Yeah,
Bigfoot was it's strange. Bigfoot blew up so quickly and was like gigantic. I like in my time or in our time, I guess I shouldn't say mine, but in our time when we were young, like that's probably like one of the biggest myths there was. That
oh
like
yeah,
Bigfoot was
that was
huge.
huge because I remember there was that specific part of the forest or whatever where there was like a broken down car or something, and I remember there was something else there. I forget what else there was, but people were saying like that was giving you a hint that Bigfoot was on the map somewhere or something like that.
Yeah,
So
and on like the map itself, there was like what looked like a foot, like drawn out on the map.
oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it. It could have been a coincidence, or maybe it was real and they had planned on putting Bigfoot. Who knows?
Yeah, I've heard people say that before. They just didn't get to it for some reason, or like he was supposed to be in the game, they scrapped it or some shit. But then there was GTA 5 where they literally did put Bigfoot in the game. So I guess they were kind of
Yeah,
like,
but that was just a guy in a suit, though.
yeah, it was. But I guess they were trying to like get people talking about that again, I guess.
GTA 5 basically just had everything that San Andreas was rumored for in the game.
Yeah.
Like the ghost on that one like mountain. It was just like a 2D ghost.
Oh yeah.
Um.
I remember I felt so cool for finding that by myself,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then I looked it up, and like literally everyone knew about that shit already. So I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
You know, the Bigfoot costume guy, and then there's the UFO, but like people were so like when the game first came out, people were so like no one was sure if it was a myth or if it was real or how you saw the UFOs. Everyone just said like the most random shit, as they always do. Like who knows what? You just gotta do like the dumbest shit possible to have a UFO cutscene or something. But
Yeah.
it was like 100% in the game or something.
Yeah, I'm
To this
pretty sure.
day I
Yeah, it
don't
was
really
just you
know.
had to 100% the game. That's
Yeah.
what I remember hearing. But that was a cool Easter egg. I'll give them that. It was pretty.
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't know anything about GTA even a little bit, so.
Well, it's always been like had a lot of rumors and stuff. It's always been like that. But GTA 5 kind of like made those rumors real, like a lot of them. So
Bully.
They did a lot of fan service. That's pretty cool.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Bully also had a UFO, but it was real and it wasn't even hard to get. It like you like
I don't remember that.
you like improved your like combat skills by finding transistors and giving it to a homeless guy. And once you got all of them, which you would want to get, there was only like 9 anyway. But once you got all of them, the homeless man just got kidnapped by a UFO. He got
What the
beaten
fuck?
up. And that was the cutscene. He just gets sucked up into a UFO, and that's it. That's the end of his storyline.
That's so weird.
I don't even know of any other Bully, because there was some weird stuff in Bully to begin with, like the insane asylum, as well as that random pirate guy out in the water. So I don't. There was probably some myths about the asylum, and like, who knows? You probably see like someone murdering someone. That's probably a myth. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't really know about Bully, but I mean, I'm sure there was some stuff in Red Dead Redemption too, like Rockstar games in general. They just kind of they love their Easter eggs and shit.
Yeah, I can't think of anything from Red Dead either, but Red Dead 1 and 2
Yeah, I
just
don't
had
really know.
weird things in general.
I
Like
think there was something about ghosts in that game too. In Red
They
Dead.
did some Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies type of Easter eggs, didn't they?
Well, yeah, there was a DLC for Red Dead 1, a standalone DLC where it was a zombie campaign. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like an entire game, pretty much.
But I mean, in 2, the weirdest thing I even know from 2, but it's not even a rumor, it's real, is that like there's like a cannibal like family, or like a cannibal couple, I should say, and something like that. And if you like eat at their house, they drug you and rob you, and then
Damn.
if you like hogtie the wife or the husband and bring them to a pit of dead people, they like start screaming because like they start like apologizing to the dead bodies or whatever, because that was like their pit. It's pretty strange, but you know, that was real. There was no
That's
rumor
weird.
to it. That
That
was
was Red Dead?
Red Dead 2.
Yeah, that is
Oh.
weird. Who
What?
the fuck even thinks of that?
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I mean, Rockstar, apparently.
And that's not even
Yeah.
like a quest or anything. Like, it's just some random encounter, I'm pretty sure, that has nothing to do with anything.
How would you think to hogtie the person and
I don't know.
drag them there in the first place?
I
Yeah,
have no
right.
idea. It's just
Dude, I do
random
remember
people
seeing...
came up with that.
I remember seeing, I don't know if anything ever came of this, but I remember seeing under a house in Red Dead 2, you guys may have seen this, I don't know, but there was this really bright glowing red circle, and no one, that was all it was though, like no one knew what it did or anything, but people assumed it led to something, which it probably did. I didn't like keep up with it, but I remember hearing about that like around back when Red Dead 2 came out. And now I'm wondering if anything ever came of that. I don't know.
That's weird. I never even heard of that.
Yeah,
I've never
I
heard
might
of
look
that.
it up. But yeah, it was like just this bright ass red light under a house. And I don't know what it was for or anything.
I'm sure people probably said it was aliens, as they always do. with
Probably. I mean,
GTA
it might have
games.
been aliens.
Could have been.
Apparently, Rockstar seems to like aliens.
Speaking of aliens, there was all the alien Easter eggs throughout all the Fallout games. Although those were all real, basically. I didn't hear of any myth, alien things. I mean,
I remember the one in Fallout 4 where you literally see the dead alien and you can take his gun. I thought that was really cool.
you fight one, don't you? I'm pretty sure you fight. You have
Yeah,
to kill
I don't
one
remember.
to get the gun.
Oh, okay.
In
I
Fallout
thought he was
3,
just like dead.
yeah, in Fallout 3, there was a UFO on the map prior. Prior to a DLC coming out in the future, there was just a UFO on the map where you can get, I think, an alien blaster. But then they came out with Mothership Zeta, where you literally get abducted and you're on an alien ship for the entire DLC.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
meet-
I didn't play it, but I think I remember that.
You meet like a cowboy, like a vampire girl or some shit, like a samurai cowboy, all this shit. So
This is in Fallout,
yeah, Fallout 3.
so makes sense.
No.
Let's talk about Call of Duty really quick.
Oh,
The
boy.
biggest one that I believed was the one where on Kino de Toten, the zombies map. The ladder could come down and you could climb up the ladder and camp up there, and you'd be like, you wouldn't be invincible.
Oh
Apparently
my
the zombies
God.
could still get up there, but it was like the best camping spot ever. And I'm not sure where that originated. I don't even know if there was a video or something of someone doing that. There might have been like a modded video or something that someone did to make people believe that. But like, a lot of people believe that. And I don't really know why, because I don't remember a video or anything. Like, I do remember a tutorial. I remember a tutorial saying, like, you had to do all this shit, all this very specific stuff to get that ladder to come down. I don't remember what it was.
Well, all I heard was you had to get all the tapes. Like when you're going through the pack-a-punch and you get sent to the like strange rooms where you can pick up the reels. You just had to you had to get all. That's what I heard, and that would come down. And it's not too far-fetched to believe that, and I believe it for a long time.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
I believe
that's
it
not,
for
I don't think
forever.
that's that far-fetched.
Yeah, because like before then was Derice with all the weird Easter eggs that Derice had of like throwing a monkey into the furnace and like
right.
there's like a guy that hung himself somewhere and like he has some importance of some kind and just a bunch of shit. So the next map wouldn't be too surprising. And you know, even the music Easter egg, people were like, "Oh shit!" Like that. You know, everyone thought that was cool back in the day.
Yeah. So I mean, they had Easter eggs already, so it's kind of you would be inclined to believe that. But
Yeah,
I remember
didn't hear
hearing it was
about any of that.
complicated. What'd you say, Chris?
I didn't hear about any of that. I was always worried about just not getting the shit kicked out of me. Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you went up to that spot, you were like, the zombies could only come up from like one spot, so you'd basically be perfectly safe, like forever, as long as you wanted. And I remember I remember seeing a tutorial on YouTube like ages ago that was like, do this, and that, and the ladder comes down. And he didn't show the ladder coming. I think he actually, it cut to a clip where the ladder was already down. I don't think he showed the ladder coming down. I think it just cut and the ladder was down. So he like modded that in or some shit like that. And then the video just like ended or some shit. And I remember me and like my cousin were watching that and we were like, oh wow, that's definitely real. And we tried it like so many times, probably for like way longer than we should have been trying that for it to still not be working, but tried that so many times and it just never worked. So we're just like, all right, well, and the stupid thing about it is we didn't even come to the conclusion that it was fake. We were just like, I guess we're doing something wrong. It's just like, oh my god, fucking retarded ass kids apparently.
Has that been confirmed? That's a lie, or?
What?
I'm almost completely sure that it's real.
Yeah, it's definitely not real.
Then there's this probably originated in World at War even, but I mean Black Ops 1 was even more popular than World at War. You get to round 100 and zombie Hitler comes out.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, it's just fucking Hitler himself is a boss fight or something.
The strangest thing about that is more than any other rumor, obviously there's always the kids that say it, but more than any other rumor, you always hear people saying, yeah, no, it's true, I saw it. Why would you just lie about that?
I don't know, dude.
That's kind of how rumors like that really pick up traction there, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, what was the joke? The one like, oh, my dad works for Microsoft. So I know, you know, the inner workings of what's going on.
There was this wasn't even a myth. This was true. There was this game in what was it? It's like Microsoft Excel or some shit, some Microsoft thing. And if you did something in there, it would literally pull up a whole game that you could play called the Hall of Tortured Souls or something like that.
What?
And yeah, it was real too. And I don't remember what the game was. I don't. It was a lot less like edgy than it sounds. I remember. It was just like a first person like game where you walk around and do something. I don't even remember, but yeah, like that was real. I think it was Microsoft Excel. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But it would literally just pull up a window, like just after you did whatever you had to do to activate it, and you could just play the game. It was so odd. I don't really
That
know
is
why
really
that was a
odd.
thing.
That's like all the weird things you could do. Like, I can't remember if you had to be on like a specific website or what, but do you remember when you could like type in certain things or something, and like it would like turn off gravity on the web page you're on or some shit like that, or
Oh
like
yeah,
a
was
game would
that
come up or something like that. There's like a bunch of weird shit
was
like
that
that back in the
Google?
day. I think it was Google and YouTube, but maybe it was just
And
honestly like built into the operating system back then. I don't
yeah,
know.
I remember that gravity thing. I definitely remember hearing that. I'm pretty sure that was true too.
It was, and all of it was true.
Yeah, because I think I remember doing that.
The I I think there was like 3 or 4, but I'm only remembering the one where like it was something like gravity would stop for one of them or something. Like all the symbols would fall down, some shit like that.
Yeah,
You played
yeah.
a game
I
for
remember
another
that.
one, and then I can't remember. I can't remember the other ones.
So that Hall of Tortured Souls thing, that's Microsoft Office 95 that you do that in.
The hell,
So that shit's old as fuck.
yeah, old as dirt.
Google had a few things. I remember. I know Adam knows. Chris, have you ever seen that thing where if you enter a string of numbers into Google, it just takes you to a guy dancing with chicken in his hand?
I had a feeling this was coming. Yeah, I remember
No,
that.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, if it's literally you enter a string of numbers and it just takes you to a web page with a guy just dancing with chicken in his hands. And I don't know if you can still do it today. I feel like you
You
can't.
probably can, though. I don't know.
Maybe
Like,
you can. I don't know. I might have to try it one of these times.
There was
But
one.
it's
It
kinda
wasn't
weird.
really a myth, or it's some kind of like that. So obviously in high school we had laptops that were provided by the school, and we take home and shit. And there was something, I don't know if you know what Google Hammer is,
No, what is that?
but everyone was talking about Google Hammer and trying to get each other to go on it. But it was basically just like gay sex, where someone was like doing something like helicopter or something. But like I saw like saw about 1 second, and someone was like looking at it, and I was like smack the fuck out of their laptop. I was like, what are you doing? Like, we're in the middle of class. I'm like, what are you doing? But you know, they track what you do on your laptop.
Right.
So there was a lot of people that would get called every day to like the IT desk, like, what are you guys fucking doing?
That's so weird.
And it was like a running thing for all 4 years of high school, pretty much.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
it's like
I don't know what you
spin.
had to do to meat spin. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. I don't know what you have to type in or like anything. Yeah, I wasn't too curious about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Wasn't too keen on finding out.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like people try and get you to look up weird shit. I feel like kind of
Yeah.
one of the cool things about the technological age. Try and get your buddy to look at something that will, you know, emotionally scar him. Kind of is like comes with the territory of, you know, gore and shit like that kind of being mainstream. And,
Yeah, I remember people
just
saying
trying to get people to watch, you know, people being like ISIS decapitation videos. And
I remember people saying go on bestscore.com. It's like, bro, the name literally like gives away what you're trying to show me. I'm not that retarded.
Like,
yeah,
bro,
I mean,
I promise, it's pretty girls on it. I promise.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I
trust me,
think there
bro.
might be a few people that genuinely might look at that and get the rocks off, but majority of
Most
people just do
certainly.
it for a joke, and it's like I don't know
Yeah.
what's funny about watching someone go through immense amounts of pain. I mean, I
I
don't
don't
see
know, dude. The
how in
weird
any way you can find that funny
the
or
weird
like
part
enjoyable.
is, I don't know where I heard this from, but apparently those gore websites get a ton of traffic every day. I don't really know like why or
Look,
like who's there, but
this is all I have to say. How many fucking Saw movies were there?
that is true, yeah.
So,
And how many should there have been? I'll give it. If you want to argue, yeah, there should have been one. I'd be like, all right, but two is way too many. 3,
Yeah, I always thought Saw was just shit. Like,
or
it's
Hostel or anything.
yeah,
But-
yeah. I never thought those movies were entertaining. Not even because like, well, part of it is they're honestly kind of nauseating, but I also just don't really see the entertainment personally.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I guess it's just
If-
like the constant suspense, I guess.
I've heard
And
people say
the fact that
traps are
you
cool.
see something gross if they fail, and I don't know.
Well, the fact that they call it torture porn kind of says everything you need to know about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just who is attracted to it. Some fucking deviant.
Sexual deviance among us.
I'd rather just watch hentai.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
facts.
easily. But I just remembered something really fucking retarded. Back to games, kinda. So you guys obviously know Herobrine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember that's something I 100% thought was real because it was talked about so much. Like I found out way later in life that wasn't real. But anyway, I remember seeing those stupid YouTubers like like J Station and those stupid ass people. Not specifically him, but people like him that are like, bro, calling Herobrine at 3 a.m. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, it's so stupid. And like back then I would be like, even back then I thought that was pretty stupid, but I still thought he was real, like even with those dumb videos. But oh my god, those videos, you could probably find those videos for almost any kind of myth out there, like, bro,
Well, we
calling
kind
Ratman.
of
It's like, come on.
We kind of talked about that last time, right? With the whole
What?
kind of goes on with chain mail.
Oh yeah, we did
You
talk
know.
about that.
If you don't send this to 45 of your closest friends, you'll get
Yeah.
She will arrive in your room at night.
Yeah, those
You'll
were
get fucking
just
intestinal worms.
ridiculous, dude.
Did you say intestinal worms?
Those would genuinely scare me. Like, it's one of those things
Yeah,
as
no,
a kid where I was like actually
I was
scared
not a
of.
fan of that shit at all.
Cause it wasn't that I fully believed them. Like that's not even what it was. It was just like for the small tiny chance that this is true.
Yeah, I think that's
don't-
what everyone thought.
I don't
you
want
know?
to take the chance.
I think if you're inclined to be superstitious, that type of stuff, just there's no benefit to not doing it. Well, maybe with that, like you're bothering people, but
and you waste some time, but like
yeah, like how people do challenges. Like I wouldn't do a challenge like the Three Kings challenge. I don't have any reason to do that because the benefit pretty
is
much
nothing.
is nothing, but the risk
Yeah.
is more than you could even fucking imagine. So,
Yeah,
remind
right.
me again why I would want to try and open portals to other dimensions and fuck with stuff and how does that benefit me at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like Bloody Mary and shit. It's like, how
no
does
reason
that
to
help
do
me?
it. What do you what happens when she comes? Like do you
Exactly.
fucking take her out for dinner? You're like what?
Yeah, like, okay, you call Bloody Mary, and it's either
It is
you waste your
candlelight.
time and absolutely nothing
Let's remember
happens,
that.
or
So you already have the ambiance. Yeah. Just saying.
yeah, and you get your fucking eyes clawed out, and you're a smear on the floor the next day. So, nice one. You called Bloody Mary. For what reason? Who knows? Because you thought it'd be cool, I guess.
Curiosity.
Yeah, I guess so.
No.
Well, here's the thing: is I feel like a lot of things can be debunked. Just the fact that if someone just vanished, and it was circumstances like that, it would be a lot easier to track down. Because look, UFO encounters, you have thousands and thousands of people that talk about their encounters every single year.
Yeah.
And with any other like urban legend or myth, there's more than one person talking about it. I can never find anyone talk about successfully doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, never. Never happens. It's always like, bro, well, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna try it, but you never hear anyone
And
like,
then
yeah, I called Bloody Mary. Yeah, we hung out. It's like, you don't ever hear that shit.
We were chilling.
Yeah, I didn't send a text to 45 of my friends, and yeah, the devil came and tried to kill me, bro. It's like,
yeah, that was
not
pretty cool.
once.
He's a pretty nice guy once you get to know him. Actually, I think we're going to DQ and getting a burger next week. So, like, he said he'd pay too. So, yeah, don't next time you're trying to badmouth the guy downstairs, just remember that he has feelings too. Yeah.
He just gets lonely sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to believe because apparently he has a lot of company. But
No.
you know how it is. People don't appreciate what they have until it's gone. So maybe everyone they just need to get some Americans down there and they'll have a coup d'etat. Yeah.
Maybe.
Nah, he wouldn't have any Americans like that. The Trump supporters would not make. He'd be like, I'm already fucking tired of them. I'm sending them to heaven. I can't deal with this shit.
Satan doesn't even want him.
I don't know, maybe.
Another thing I fully believe was, well, actually not even fully, just like, what's the word? Cautiously superstitious, I guess. I don't know. It was like Lavender Town and the song. It apparently made it. There was like an actual statistic, quote unquote, actual statistic that multiple Japanese kids have killed themselves listening to the song. And I didn't listen to the song for a while.
It did get kids sick, from what I've heard.
The song got kids sick?
Yeah, I mean, frequencies can, affect you.
Yeah, I know they can.
You blow a dog whistle and dogs fucking, go nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from my understanding, that it did get some kids sick, and that's why they changed it. Because why would they change it in all other renditions of the game if
I didn't know they actually changed it.
There wasn't anything wrong with it. Yeah, they changed it.
Huh. That is interesting.
I mean, they wouldn't have a reason to change it if it,
right. There'd be no reason if it just didn't do anything.
Truth to it.
Well,
I really doubt that kids kill themselves over it, but
yeah.
I mean, on the other side of the coin of that, this is a bit off topic. Not really though. In some like multiplayer Medal of Honor game or something, both factions of the U.S. and Germany had two SMGs. They had the MP40 and they had the Thompson, and they both were exactly the same, but I forget which one it was even. One of them sounded like wimpy, and people didn't like the sound of it, and people swore that the other one was much better, but they were actually completely identical, but the developers changed the sound. I think it was the MP40 that sounded weak. They changed the sound effects of the MP40. I forgot to mention this. The MP40 was performing worse, even though they were the same exact gun, just with a different model and sound. But they changed the sound, and it turned out that the number of gunfights was actually much more equal after that.
That's
A
so
really
weird.
really strange scenario.
I
Yeah,
guess
that
that's
is
just
weird.
like just a mental thing.
Yeah. I
Placebo
guess it's
effect
like
type of deal.
mental confidence of your weapon.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I do kind of believe in that stuff because there's a lot of weird mental things like that where it's just you swear it's one way because of how it's presented or something like that,
Yeah.
but it's like actually not. So, like I know some games, have really not a lot, but like, I remember some games in the past really throwing me off because the sound of the weapon shooting wouldn't match its actual fire rate. That's really thrown me off in some
Oh
games in the
yeah.
past, and I'd be like,
I hate
this
that.
gun, it shoots slow as shit, and then you look at the stats or something, and it's like it doesn't. But you'll swear that you're doing bad because that gun's not shooting fast or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what game that was. I feel like it was like Battlefield 3. There was a gun that was making me think that, but I don't remember.
So what other game myths were there that you had read down?
I have. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about this one. This isn't even a myth. This is like retarded. But way back, people used to think if you put two discs into the same console, it'll make some like hybrid game or something.
Oh, that's real. That has to be real.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, so I don't think I ever tried that, but I do remember people saying like if you take the disc out at certain points or something like that,
Hey,
it'll do
Mom,
something.
my shit don't work no more.
It's like, yeah, I wonder why.
That's
Yeah.
like, I wonder if you put a loaf of bread with peanut butter all over it, you can play peanut butter jelly time. You think there's any merit to that?
And I
Who
remember
knows? If you put it on the internet, maybe you'll see how many people try it and or agree
I'm
with you.
sure someone will try it. Some kid. And I remember seeing videos that were like, get a blank CD and write the name of the game on it, and it'll automatically transfer it to that game. And once you put it in your system, it'll play that game.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that before. And there's videos
Are you
about
telling
it,
me this is not true?
I think that's what I'm telling you.
That's probably what I would have
Wow.
thought as a young kid. It's probably what I did think. It's like, how do you do it? Do you just write the name? Probably someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I like kind of believe that one like way back.
I never heard of it, so I never like. I'm just saying that's probably what I would have thought. Like that's probably what I was thinking. That's
Yeah.
probably how it worked. If someone would have told me that, I probably would have been like, "Oh shit, I never have to buy a video game again."
Yeah, you just write the name on the CD and
Yeah.
permanent
Why
sharp.
isn't everybody doing this?
Yeah.
Right.
So stupid. There was a lot of disc like type ones like that, like how people said if you use like a fucking banana, you could clean the disc and like fill the scratches with the
no,
banana,
Yeah.
and it'll make the game work. Like that scientifically makes absolutely no sense at all. Like,
I remember soap. People used to say like you could use soap to like fix your disc or well no, was it toothpaste?
yeah, toothpaste. People did say that.
Toothpaste.
It was I think it was the same reason that they were just like, yeah, bro, it'll fill the scratches so there's no scratches anymore, and the game will just
So,
work after that.
backpedaling a little bit. Are you trying to tell me that vitamins and potassium from that banana would not help your disc? It helps your body. Why wouldn't it help your disc? It's the only thing that I'm saying.
While that is a good point, I'm not sure that a fruit would help with your electronic needs.
Alright, you know what I'm actually
Well, look,
genuinely confused about though?
Yeah. So fruits and technology, have a lot in common. You know what I mean?
No, but I don't know if you guys remember GameStop. They might have, now that I'm thinking about this, they might have just been scamming people. They used to sell like disc repair gel at GameStop. And I think it was just a complete scam because now that I'm thinking about it, that makes no logical sense for any sort of substance to just fix your scratches on your disc. That doesn't make sense at all, no matter what way you put it. So, and I've bought that stuff like once before, and obviously it didn't fucking work. And
you're bumming me out, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Wow. This turns south quick.
I was curious to see if I could find any info on this gel and what people thought about it, but all I'm seeing is people talking about herniated discs in their back. So,
bro, what am I like? Was I in a different dimension or something?
Maybe.
I know that was definitely a thing. Or maybe it wasn't GameStop, but I thought it was.
If you take a piece of your spine and put it in a PlayStation, you get transferred in that motherfucker, or what?
Yeah.
Is that how Ready Player One works, or?
Yeah, maybe.
Damn. Sounded like Sword Art Online over there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. This is I think we're getting somewhere with this. We need to write this down.
Right. Someone pull out the typewriter.
I found a disc repair kit on Amazon. I don't know what's in this. Bro, I was in another dimension. It's not loading.
Oh no.
This link was from that dimension. That's why it's not loading.
When that link, it's fading out of reality, and once that fades,
It
your
is.
last memory of these disc repair gel
This
will
is the
also fade.
Mandela effect.
Oh, yet again, it strikes.
Yeah, I actually can't open it. Oh, okay, it opened, finally. What is this? It's like a fan. What the fuck?
A fan?
It's like a fan with a... it's a motorized disc repair system.
The hell?
And it has no price, it just has shipping.
It's free.
Yeah. You put the disc in and the shit just like spins and it somehow fixes it, I guess.
Did you guys ever use the disc that you put into like put into your DVD player, put into your PlayStation? It's supposed to like clean your system or whatever. I saw people use them and I never understood how that shit would work or what it.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. I mean, I guess it would just spin like a normal disc and it would like yeah, I don't know
cleaner.
actually. That
Yeah, no,
looking at it right now.
I just cleaned everything
remember
with
the one being for like Dolby?
Yeah, no, I've never even heard of that, no.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I always just cleaned everything with my shirt.
Yeah, basically.
Doing it the old-fashioned way. Can't beat it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, once
put a big old loogie on it, and then now you make it all in there.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, that's what sucked about like normal like DVDs, not Blu-rays, because once they get scratched up, you're fucked. Like, they're not working ever again. You have to buy another one. But Blu-rays, they can get a little.
I do remember anytime I had cartridges, just blowing them like a harmonica, being like, yeah, this works.
I don't know. I don't think that was ever like real. But I definitely believe that. I do remember that.
I mean, all it was for was to get the dust out. That's what people said.
Yeah, right.
No. Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
Explain this to me. How does it work when I blew into those cartridges and they didn't work before and then they worked after? Can you tell me the truth?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, maybe that worked. I remember blowing into memory cards and that shit was like, I don't remember if it worked or not, but I remember doing it.
I mean, that in particular, like, you know, it's not like that would be too surprising. I mean, why wouldn't dust, you know, affect your shit, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Dust does affect your electronics.
Yeah, it does.
So, like, why wouldn't it work? But, you know, I don't know if it actually ever did.
Well, you're getting moisture and spit particles all in there, so, you know. If anything, you're replacing one thing that's bad for electronics for another.
Yeah.
Now, I guess if you like had pressurized air or something, like keyboard cleaner or something, spray that in there, that would make a lot more
Oh yeah,
sense,
that
but,
will make a lot more
believe it or
sense.
not, I didn't have access to that shit when I was, 6 years old and still playing with cartridges. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't have the thought process. Oh, maybe my spit will ruin this. I thought,
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna fix this shit. Yeah, I felt like a scientist every time I did it.
Mad scientist. Any last myths?
No, but might have to call Herobrine at 3 a.m. tonight.
Facts. I don't
Might
even
have to-
remember if I believed in her, but I genuinely don't remember. I probably most certainly did at some point, but I don't know for how long or anything. Cause that sounded so interesting to me. I wanted to believe it, but I think once I looked into it, it just didn't even make any sense at all. So I was just
yeah,
it's not
just
real.
about everything.
I don't think
remember,
basically.
I remember when Slenderman came out and everyone was flipping their shit about that.
Yeah.
And I remember even me and E playing Little Big Planet and being like, this is kind of scary. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
playing Little Big Planet.
There was a lot of those, dude.
Holy shit, Slenderman was so
the least
big.
scary thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the absolute dumbest fucking game ever.
Yeah, the game I remember seeing on a top 10 list way back. It was literally just top 10 scariest games of all time, and that was number 1, the original Slenderman. And I was like, oh shit, that game must be so scary.
It aged really bad, but I will remember this. I remember trying to be a dick and being like, dude, Slenderman is definitely real, and trying to convince you that it was real, and you're like, I don't know about all that, and I was like, it's fucking real.
God, dude.
I'm such a dick. I do remember too something when Uncharted 3, when they came out with those new maps, and the one that was basically the underwater graveyard, and you had that shark in the at the part, and I was always like, fucking shark. Yeah, that shit was pretty cool.
No.
That was
pointless, but
yeah, it was pointless, but it was cool. It was kind of scary too.
No.
Explain this to me, right? So, how is it that we played Michael Myers and literally had better mechanics doing that and had more fun doing that than games like Friday the 13th, when that was their whole
Yeah.
When that was the point of the game.
Yeah.
And we literally did it better.
You know what's so funny? We were literally talking about this the other day, me and Manuel and some other people. We were really talking about there are so many games nowadays, like Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, Evolve, all those games. There's so many of them, and nearly all of them are just so horribly balanced and just horribly made.
They're actually terrible games.
But we had so much fun playing Michael Myers in COD games and in Uncharted and all that stuff back then,
And it wasn't even unfair really or anything. It worked.
I guess the point of that is that there was no time limit and there was no goal, so
yeah.
And we break the rules all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's just to have some sort of organized rules and stuff like that, that you actually can't break in a dedicated game, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good concept, and I feel like it would not be that hard to do and make it enjoyable.
That's what I'm saying. But these games can't do it.
I was so excited when I was hearing about Friday the 13th, and then as soon as I saw gameplay, I was like, wow, this looks horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was garbage. We played it quite a lot, but it was still garbage.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't change the fact that it was just the dumbest shit ever.
I mean, it being garbage kind of made it funny, to be honest, but
yeah.
it was still
So,
garbage.
Speaking of Mandela effect, was Abe ever a real person? Like,
Good
I don't know.
point. I don't know,
are
man.
we just misremembering that shit, or?
Alright, well, if we're gonna talk about Abe, let me do an outro for this. Well, guys, this is Lucid Brain. Hope you enjoyed. Don't call Harold Bryan at 3 a.m. and we'll see you guys next time.
Call him.
If you call them, it'll get sexual really fast. Gone
Oh,
wrong, gone
shit.
sexual.